What's in a name? The answer is a lot if the name is Emmanuel. To fully appreciate Emmanuel, let's first acknowledge that the name Christian represents two very different approaches to God. It's a great tragedy of human history that the only answer to the challenges we face in every age, social, cultural, political, and personal, is blurred by misunderstanding Christ and Christianity. On the one hand are those who call themselves Christians, yet don't know Jesus Christ as a living presence within them. They are subscribers to a comfortable idea about a sympathetic God who looks and acts a lot like them. But, like all false gods, this one is incapable of bringing about real change in their lives. At the other end of the spectrum is a small minority who surrender to a God who invades their personal space and turns their lives upside down. You know, things haven't changed much since the day when Jesus walked this earth and taught and worked miracles. Many followed him then for the goodies and entertainment he might supply. But when he refused to confirm their superstitions and conform to their ambitions, they soon tired of him and turned on him. Some mocked him, some condemned him as a liar and a blasphemer, and others tortured him to death. It was only through his resurrection that some came to know him as God present with them in human form. And that's the meaning of the prophetic name applied to Jesus Christ, Emmanuel, God with us. Emmanuel spells a difference between hope and hopelessness, between truth and lies, between life and religion, and between life and death. The meaning of the name highlights the divide between those who admire Christ from a distance while following the rules and rituals of man-made religion, and those who surrender to a living Savior. Some believe the teachings of Jesus may help them to reach their personal goals. Others know he has bought and paid for them and expects them to reach his goals his way. Some know about him, and some know him. Some think he was a good man or a great moral teacher, and others trust their souls to him for everlasting life. Clearly, the difference in how we see Jesus makes a big difference in our relationship with him. If he was just a very good man, then I may try to be very good like him. Or I may decide later to follow some other guru or God because, well, Jesus just doesn't suit me anymore. But if Jesus is God, then I can never be like him. I can only submit to him in this life as a voluntary captive of his will and his purpose. And when I do, I worship him because I know him as Creator and God and Savior, but only because I first know him as Emmanuel, as God with me.